Faith is a force that shapes not only our lives, but also the lives of those around us. It is the foundation upon which we stand, the lens through which we see the world, and the anchor that keeps us grounded in times of trouble. But how do we strengthen this vital aspect of our lives? How do we build a faith that is unshakable, one that can withstand the storms of life and propel us into our destiny? First, we must understand that faith is not something that simply appears in our lives. It is cultivated. It is nurtured. Like a seed planted in the ground, it needs the right environment to grow and thrive. Many people fail to realize that their faith is not weak because of circumstances, but because they have not taken the necessary steps to strengthen it. They rely on external factors, circumstances, or others to fuel their belief in something greater. But true faith must come from within. It begins with the mind, the heart, and the choices we make each and every day. Faith is rooted in knowledge. You cannot have faith in something you do not know. This is the first step in strengthening your faith, knowing what you believe and why you believe it. Knowledge of the truth is vital. It is not just about being familiar with scriptures or religious teachings, but about understanding the principles that govern your faith and your life. This understanding is what gives you the assurance and confidence to move forward even when things do not look favorable. A person who knows the truth is unshakable because truth cannot be defeated. When you understand the truth of who you are, what you are capable of, and the power that resides within you, you begin to walk in confidence, regardless of the circumstances. Second, faith requires patience. It requires the ability to trust in the process, even when the outcome is not immediately visible. Strengthening your faith is not a matter of instant gratification, but of endurance. It is about maintaining your belief even when the evidence around you contradicts your expectations. Many people fail because they give up too soon. They expect to see results immediately, and when they do not, they lose hope. But the key to strengthening your faith is to hold on even when things appear to be at their worst. Faith is not about what you see in the moment, but what you believe about the future. It is the ability to see beyond your present circumstances and trust that there is a greater plan at work. The third principle in strengthening your faith is taking action. Faith without works is dead. If you believe in something but never act on it, your faith remains dormant. Action is the evidence of faith. It is the visible manifestation of what you believe in your heart and mind. If you truly believe that you can accomplish something, you will take the necessary steps to bring it to fruition. Faith is not passive. It is active, dynamic, and alive. It moves you to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, and to pursue the impossible. Action requires courage, and courage comes from a deep conviction in what you believe. When you act on your faith, you show the world that you trust in the power of your belief and in the purpose that has been placed on your life. Another crucial element in strengthening your faith is guarding your thoughts. Your mind is the battleground where faith either flourishes or withers. If you allow negative thoughts to occupy your mind, they will erode your faith. They cloud your vision and prevent you from seeing the possibilities that lie before you. This is why it is vital to take control of your thoughts and replace them with positive affirmations, declarations, and promises. Fill your mind with truth, hope, and possibility. When you do this, your faith will grow stronger and the doubts will diminish. Your thoughts are the foundation of your actions, and when your thoughts are in alignment with your faith, you will begin to see changes in your life. In addition to guarding your thoughts, you must also surround yourself with the right people. The people you associate with have a profound impact on the strength of your faith. If you surround yourself with people who are negative, critical, and filled with doubt, their energy will drain you. But when you surround yourself with individuals who are positive, who believe in you and who encourage you to grow in your faith, your belief will be strengthened. The company you keep will either lift you up or pull you down. Be intentional about the relationships you cultivate. Seek out those who are going to inspire you, challenge you, and help you grow in your walk of faith. Faith also requires a commitment to consistency. It is not enough to believe for a short time and then give up when things get difficult. Faith is about a daily commitment to walking in the principles that you know to be true. It is about remaining steadfast even when it seems like the odds are against you. Consistency is what turns small victories into big ones. It is about showing up every day, no matter what. Every act of faith, no matter how small, compounds over time. It builds momentum and creates a foundation for even greater breakthroughs. If you want to strengthen your faith, you must be committed to the process day in and day out. Finally, we must recognize that strengthening our faith is not a one-time event, but a lifelong journey. It is an ongoing process of growth, learning, and discovery. Just as a tree grows taller and stronger over time, so too does our faith. Every experience, every challenge, every triumph, and every setback is an opportunity for our faith to grow. We must embrace the journey and trust that with each step we are becoming more of the person we are meant to be. Strengthening your faith is not about reaching a destination. It is about continuously moving forward, knowing that your faith will carry you to places beyond your imagination. As you embark on this journey of strengthening your faith, know that it is not easy. There will be times when you feel discouraged, when you wonder if it is worth it. But in those moments, remember that your faith is the very thing that will carry you through. It is the force that will propel you into your destiny. Trust the process. Keep moving forward. And above all, never give up on your faith, for it is the key to unlocking everything you were created to become. Faith is not something that simply appears in our lives, nor is it a passive force. It requires an active engagement of our mind, heart, and will. The foundation of strong faith lies in the knowledge and understanding of the truth. Without knowing what we believe and why we believe it, our faith remains weak and vulnerable to external challenges. Knowledge in this sense refers to more than just intellectual understanding. It refers to an experiential knowing of the principles that govern our faith. When we understand the truths about our existence, our purpose, and the power available to us, faith takes root in our hearts. This deeper understanding shifts our perspective, transforming how we view challenges, setbacks, and the very nature of life itself. When we know that we are not here by accident, but with a divine purpose, we approach life's obstacles with a different attitude. It is no longer about hoping for the best. It becomes about knowing that no matter the situation, we are equipped with the strength and wisdom to overcome it. Knowledge of the truth also leads to confidence. If we do not understand what we believe, we cannot stand firm in our faith when doubts or difficulties arise. Faith is not simply a vague hope or wish for things to work out. It is a confident belief rooted in knowledge. Knowledge empowers us to speak with authority, to declare what is true, and to act on what we know. For example, when we truly understand that our value and purpose are not defined by circumstances or external validation. Furthermore, the deeper our knowledge of the truth, the greater our capacity to navigate the complexities of life. Without knowledge, faith becomes shaky, and when challenges come, it is easy to waver. However, when we know the truth of who we are and what we have been given, we stand firm, unmovable, and unafraid. This knowledge creates a firm foundation, one that can withstand the storms of life, because it is grounded in something much stronger than our feelings or the world's shifting tide. Knowledge is the bedrock of faith, and without it, we cannot truly grow in the belief that shapes our lives. Strengthening faith requires patience and the ability to endure through times of uncertainty and hardship. It is easy to have faith when things are going well, but the true test of faith comes when we are faced with challenges, difficulties, and circumstances that seem to contradict what we believe. Patience is not merely about waiting for something to happen. It is about maintaining belief and trust in the process. even when the outcome is not immediately visible. Many people give up on their faith too soon because they expect results instantly. However, faith works in seasons, and the full manifestation of what we believe may not come right away. There are times when we must wait, persevere, and keep believing in the face of adversity. Patience is the ability to hold on to the promises of what is to come, even when the present moment does not reflect those promises. It is a trust in the unseen, knowing that things are working behind the scenes, even when we cannot immediately perceive them. During these times of waiting, faith grows stronger as we learn to depend not on our circumstances, but on the strength and wisdom we receive from within. Each test, each moment of uncertainty is an opportunity to refine our belief and move closer to the outcome that we are waiting for. The process of waiting does not diminish our faith. Rather, it deepens it. It builds a resilience that can only be forged through time and experience. Patience also helps us develop endurance. It trains us to stay steady and consistent no matter what challenges arise. It is easy to give up after a setback, but patience helps us recognize that setbacks are simply part of the journey. They are not signs of failure, but steps that lead us to greater understanding and eventual success. Through patience, we begin to realize that faith is not only about receiving what we desire, but also about growing in our ability to withstand life's trials without losing hope. Faith without action is ineffective. Belief must be accompanied by corresponding actions to demonstrate its true power and impact. Many people claim to have faith, yet their actions do not align with their professed beliefs. True faith moves beyond just thinking or talking about what we believe. It compels us to act. If we believe something is possible, if we trust in the outcome, our actions will reflect that belief. This is the very essence of living by faith, taking steps toward our goals, even when the path is unclear or the end result is uncertain. Action is the evidence of faith. It shows the world that we are not merely passive recipients of divine promises, but active participants in the process. When we act on our faith, we demonstrate our trust in the unseen, believing that what we are working toward is already on its way. For example, if someone believes in a future promotion, they will begin to take steps that align with that belief, preparing themselves, improving their skills, and positioning themselves for the opportunity. Their actions reveal their confidence in the outcome. Without these actions, their faith remains dormant, and the promise cannot be fulfilled. Taking action based on faith requires courage. It is easy to remain in the comfort of waiting for things to fall into place, but real faith requires us to step out into the unknown, trusting that our steps are ordered. Faith pushes us to challenge the boundaries of what we thought was possible. Every step taken in faith requires us to believe that the resources, opportunities, and connections needed to fulfill the vision will be made available. By stepping forward, we declare our belief that the future we envision is not only possible, but inevitable. Moreover, acting in faith develops our resilience. It teaches us to overcome fear and doubt, to keep moving forward even when things don't appear to be progressing. It strengthens our conviction that we are capable of achieving our desires and that we will reach the destination no matter how many obstacles may arise. The act of moving toward the goal itself is a declaration that faith is at work in our lives. Guarding your thoughts is a critical element in strengthening your faith, as the mind is the battleground where faith either flourishes or falters. Every moment we are bombarded by thoughts that challenge our beliefs and shake our confidence. Doubt, fear, and negativity can infiltrate our minds if we are not vigilant, and these thoughts have the power to undermine the very foundation of our faith. To strengthen our faith, we must take control of what enters our minds and replace destructive thoughts with those that affirm and build our belief. Our thoughts shape our reality. What we dwell on influences how we feel, how we act, and ultimately what we believe. If we allow negative, limiting thoughts to dominate our minds, we begin to believe in the impossible, the improbable, and the unattainable. We start to see obstacles instead of opportunities, difficulties instead of possibilities, and failure instead of success. This mindset will rob us of the faith we need to overcome the challenges we face. However, when we guard our thoughts and fill our minds with positivity, hope, and truth, we create an environment where faith can thrive. To guard our thoughts, we must consciously choose what we allow to take root in our minds. It's about being selective with the information we consume, the conversations we engage in, and the perspectives we adopt. If we constantly expose ourselves to negative news, toxic environments, or pessimistic individuals, it becomes difficult to maintain a strong faith. On the other hand, when we fill our minds with affirmations, promises, and empowering truths, we fortify our belief in what is possible. This means we must be disciplined in what we read, what we listen to, and who we associate with, ensuring that what enters our minds aligns with the strength of our faith. Positive thoughts are not merely wishful thinking, but declarations of what is true, regardless of what we see in the present moment. The more we focus on what is good, pure, and aligned with our purpose, the stronger our faith becomes. It is through this discipline that we begin to transform our minds and in turn transform our lives. Guarding our thoughts requires constant vigilance, but it is essential to nurturing faith that is unshakable and resilient. When we master our thoughts, we begin to experience the fullness of what faith has to offer. The people we surround ourselves with play a significant role in strengthening our faith. Relationships are powerful. They either build us up or tear us down, and the company we keep influences how we think, act, and believe. If we are constantly surrounded by people who are negative, critical, or filled with doubt, their mindset can easily begin to seep into our own way of thinking. Conversely, when we align ourselves with individuals who are positive, encouraging, and share a similar vision, our faith is strengthened. The people in our lives serve as either anchors or weights, and we must be intentional about who we allow to influence our journey. Those who share our faith and vision can help keep us grounded, remind us of our purpose, and encourage us to keep moving forward, even when we face challenges. They become a source of strength and accountability. Their belief in us often acts as a mirror, reflecting our potential and reminding us of what we are capable of. Being around people who believe in us helps fortify our own belief, especially during times when our faith begins to waver. These positive influences can inspire us, push us to go beyond our limits, and help us remain focused on the promises we are working towards. On the other hand, negative influences can drain our energy and weaken our resolve. People who are constantly filled with fear, doubt, or criticism may cause us to second guess ourselves, question our decisions, and lose confidence in our faith. Their words and attitudes can create confusion, leading us to focus on what is not working rather than on the potential for growth and success. This is why it is crucial to be discerning about who we allow to have access to our hearts and minds. We must distance ourselves from those who consistently discourage or undermine our belief, and seek out those who challenge and uplift us. It's not just about avoiding negative people. It's also about intentionally building relationships with those who inspire us to grow in our faith. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who are positive, driven, and committed to their own growth strengthens our belief in what is possible. Their energy, mindset, and faith can act as a catalyst, propelling us toward the realization of our own dreams and goals. Strengthening your faith is a continuous, intentional process that requires commitment, patience, and dedication. It is not something that happens overnight, but rather something that develops over time, shaped by the decisions we make, the people we surround ourselves with, and the actions we take. Our faith is nurtured by our knowledge of the truth, the patience we demonstrate in waiting for promises to manifest, the active steps we take toward our goals, the thoughts we allow to take root in our minds, and the relationships we cultivate. All of these factors combine to create a faith that is unshakable, resilient, and powerful. The foundation of a strong faith lies in knowledge. Understanding the principles that govern our belief and internalizing the truth. This understanding gives us confidence, courage, and clarity when facing challenges. When we know what we believe and why we believe it, our faith becomes rooted in something unmovable, and we can stand firm even when the world around us seems to be falling apart. Patience is another vital aspect of strengthening faith. It requires us to trust in the process and maintain belief even when results are not immediately visible. The ability to endure through times of uncertainty builds endurance and resilience, making our faith stronger over time. Rather than growing discouraged, we learn to trust that everything is working together for our good and that our faith is being tested and refined in the process. Action is the proof of faith. It is not enough to simply believe. We must demonstrate that belief through consistent and intentional actions. Every step we take toward our goals, every effort we make to align with our purpose is a declaration of our faith. It is through action that we show the world that we trust in the promises that have been made to us. Faith moves us to take risks, step out of our comfort zones, and pursue the things that seem impossible, believing that we are fully capable of achieving them. Our thoughts play an integral role in the strength of our faith. Guarding our thoughts means being intentional about what we allow to enter our minds. Negative, doubtful thoughts weaken our faith, while positive, empowering thoughts strengthen it. By consistently focusing on truth, hope, and possibility, we create an environment where faith can flourish. What we think shapes our reality, and by controlling our thoughts, we can begin to transform the way we see ourselves, our circumstances, and our future. Finally, the people we surround ourselves with have a profound impact on our faith. Positive, supportive relationships encourage growth, inspire hope, and keep us grounded when we feel weak or uncertain. Conversely, negative relationships can drain our energy, causing us to doubt ourselves and our beliefs. The company we keep can either fuel our faith or diminish it. So it is crucial to seek out individuals who challenge us, uplift us, and remind us of our purpose. Strengthening faith is a journey that requires deliberate effort and consistent practice. It involves choosing knowledge over ignorance, patience over impatience, action over passivity, positive thinking over negativity, and surrounding ourselves with people who help us grow. As we continue to nurture and strengthen our faith, we position ourselves to experience the fullness of our potential and to overcome any challenges that come our way. It is not just about having faith in something greater. It is about cultivating a belief that empowers us to live with purpose, courage, and conviction. The journey may be long and at times difficult, but with a strong and steadfast faith, there is nothing we cannot overcome or achieve.